This world was devastated before I was born. A harsh, bleak place where we live in eternal darkness. Life is a struggle, and people live without hope. How did this happen? No one will answer me directly, but they always point to the flames.
He's the optimistic Hedgehog from the future. It's Silver the Hedgehog from the Sonic series. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Silver, he made his first appearance in the game Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, which originally released on the Xbox 360 in 2006. This game is often disregarded as one of the worst Sonic games of all time, mainly because this game is filled with all sorts of bugs and glitches that really ruins everyone's experience. Despite that though, there are a few positives that came out of this game. And one of those positives is the topic we're talking about today, Silver. Silver here is a hedgehog with psychokinetic powers who comes from the far future.
Whoa. Wait a second. Isn't that pretty unscientific?
Technically speaking, yes, but that's unimportant. Silver's future looks more like an apocalyptic war zone though, so he constantly is seen going into the past to help make the future a brighter place to live in. And today, Silver will reunite with Sonic the Hedgehog to defeat the various challengers on the Super Smash Bros. Roster. So starting off, Silver here will be an extremely lightweight character. He'll also be a really fast character, just 2 fighters slower than Sonic himself. He'd have 2 very floaty jumps and would be able to both wall jump and glide by using his psychokinetic powers. But now, let's dive into his costumes. For Silver's default appearance, he'll be in his iconic silver attire. For his first alt, Silver gets a blue color scheme that directly references Sonic himself. For his second alt, Silver's fur turns black, which references Shadow the Hedgehog. Then, for his third alt, Silver's fur turns lavender and his shoes turn pink. This references Blaze the Cat, who was the second playable character in Silver's episode from Sonic 2006. For the fourth alt, Silver's fur turns entirely pink, which is an obvious reference towards Amy Rose, the first character that Silver encounters when he time travels to the past for the first time. For the fifth alt, Silver turns a darker shade of purple and his irises turn red. This references the main antagonist of Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, known as Mephiles the Dark. For the sixth alt, Silver's fur turns dark red and his shoes turn gray, which references the main villain of the future, known as Iblis. And the final alt will have Silver's fur turn a bright shade of yellow. This references Super Silver, which is the form that Silver gets when using the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Now with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the moveset. Now unlike the main 5 Sonic characters I've already talked about, Silver's moveset was definitely a challenge to make, and that's because he's only appeared in a few Sonic games. Not only that, but even when he does show up, he does very little compared to what some of the other characters do. So a lot of the neutral attacks will have to be themed around Silver's psychokinetic powers, and will also look awfully similar towards Ness, Mewtwo, and Lucas's neutral attacks. But that's just because they also have psychokinetic powers of sorts. So starting off with a jab, it'll be a 3-hit jab that can lead into a flurry attack. The 3-hit jab will be a 2-punch kick that mimics Sonic's jab, but if you use the flurry attack, then Silver will blast the opponents with his psycho energy multiple times, similar towards Mewtwo's flurry attack, hilariously enough. For the dash attack, Silver will clench his fist while running forwards, which causes a shockwave to appear from his fist. Similar towards Mewtwo's dash attack, this move is incredibly strong and can drag foes in, but it does end with a bit of end lag. For the side tilt, Silver makes a swiping motion with his hand. It's one of his weakest attacks, but it does come out pretty quick. For the down tilt, Silver performs a single kick downwards, just like what Sonic does for his down tilt. For the up tilt, Silver lifts both of his hands upwards while psychokinetic energy emits from his hands, similar towards what Ness does for his up tilt. Now for Silver's forward smash, Silver punches forwards while causing a psychokinetic explosion to appear from his fist. As you might have guessed, this smash attack is incredibly deadly, as there's a really great chance that Silver can get early KOs with this smash attack. but because of this, the move has a lot of start lag and a lot of end lag. For the down smash, it'll be a parallel to Pac-Man's down smash, but instead of shoving two ghosts in opposite directions, he'll cause two small explosions to appear in both directions. Similar to his forward smash, it's an incredibly strong smash attack, but has a bit of start and end lag. For the up smash, Silver will unleash a long wave of psychokinetic energy upwards, which is incredibly strong and deals multiple hits of damage until the final hit. But again, it has a bit of start and end lag. For the neutral air, Silver causes a psychokinetic energy field to appear around himself, which can deal multiple hits of damage until his final hit. For the forward air, Silver performs an aerial kick from high to low. It's an incredibly strong aerial attack, but it unfortunately has a bit of start and end lag. For the back air, Silver performs a roundhouse kick backwards. While it doesn't directly reference anything Silver has done, it references what Shadow did to Silver after they both fought in Sonic 2006. So let's just say that Silver learned this move so it doesn't happen to him again. For the down air, Silver stomps downwards a single time. As you might have guessed, this move has the ability of spiking anyone if they happen to be too close. But unfortunately, it's also one of the weakest attacks in terms of damage output, so only use this move near the edge of the screen. And finally, for the up air, Silver flashes a bunch of psychokinetic flashes upwards, which deals multiple hits of damage until the final hit. But where Silver dreams of an absolution is with his special attacks. Now before I talk about the specials, I do need to address something. All of Silver's specials have an unfortunate gimmick. You see, at Silver's fire display, there's a meter that decreases every time you use one of his specials. This meter is his PSI gauge, which shows the player how much energy Silver has. Once it reaches 0, then it'll take a total of 15 seconds for the gauge to refill. When that happens, Silver is unable to use all of his specials until the gauge refills. Now I should mention this, but this only applies to the specials. It doesn't apply to the rest of the moveset. I mean, would you really want me to give Silver the same gimmick with his neutral attacks? I didn't think so. So for Silver's neutral special, Silver will shoot out a psychic knife forwards. If this move looks familiar, then you're probably thinking of Cloud's neutral special where he sends a wave forwards. However, unlike Cloud's, this travels a lot faster but also deals less damage. Plus, it does count as a projectile, so be wary of using this move against foes with reflectors. Now for Silver's side special, this will be an innovative attack where Silver will throw a random object from his home series. Simply tapping the special button will have Silver throw a random item from the Sonic series. This can be stuff found in his levels, like metal crates, miniature cars, and rocks, to other Sonic items like a bounce pad or even checkmark poles. The object that appears every time is completely random, so some of these objects will deal more damage than others. Despite how cool this side special sounds, there is an unfortunate weak point with this move. All of the objects he throws do count as projectiles, regardless on how big the object is. So again, be wary of using this move against foes with reflectors. Now for Silver's down special, Silver will use his psychokinetic powers to grab any object that was nearby. Mechanically, it behaves like Rosalina's down special, where any projectile or item that was near her will automatically travel to her. However, unlike Rosalina's, there is a few unique things with this move. First of all, this special only works if there was something in front of Silver. It doesn't work if there was anything from behind. Second, once the object is picked up, Silver can either throw it by using his side special or continue holding it. Third, Silver can use his down special again to grab more objects and projectiles that were right in front of him. But he can only grab a total of 3 items and can't use his down special again until he gets rid of all the objects. And fourth, Silver can also grab players with the down special and throw them in any direction by using the side special. Not only that, but depending on the opponent's damage percent, they'll fly farther and faster than players with lower percents. And finally, for Silver's up special, it'll be a teleportation sort of move where Silver will teleport from the spot he was in and reappears in a completely different spot. Despite sounding like your traditional teleport, I am incorporating the down special with it. You see, if Silver was carrying some objects before he used his up special, he carries them with him even after he teleported, so you can still attack players with these objects even after going into freefall. And now, for the final smash. Silver's final smash will be Meteor Smash. For this final smash, Silver gets the Chaos Emeralds and turns into Super Silver. Once that happens, Silver will use his powers to grab a bunch of objects so he can make a massive meteorite. Then, after about 10 seconds of this madness, Silver slams the meteorite onto the stage, which explodes and deals a large amount of damage to all players and covers the majority of most stages, ending the final smash. This final smash is in reference towards Silver's final attack in Sonic Generations. The stage of choice is Crisis City from Sonic 2006. This stage's layout is reminiscent of the Umbra Clock Tower in Smash, where all takes place on a broken piece of the ground in the sky. Periodically, some platforms will appear on opposite sides of the stage, which stays on screen until about 15 seconds have passed. In the background, you can see a large city engulfed in flames and a ginormous fire monster known as Iblis trying to destroy the city. As most of you have already guessed, I'm mostly going with songs from Sonic 06.
And I might know about you, but then you still control the past. Only you know if you'll be together tonight. 'Cause every night I will save your life, and every night I will be with you. 'Cause every night I still lay awake and I dream of the night solution. 'Cause every night I will make it.
In total, 12 songs will be included, 3 of which will be remixed.
Take this!
And that would be if Silver the Hedgehog joined Super Smash Bros. If you ask me, Silver is possibly one of the most underrated Sonic characters of all time. It's a shame that Sega doesn't really acknowledge Silver a whole lot, because he is a fantastic character. Only time will tell if he gets the love and attention he deserves. Anyways, do you have a character you'd like to see be given a Smash moveset? If so, let me know in the comments down below. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe? That way you can get notified when I put out any Super Smash Bros. Moveset videos. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.